What's going on, guys? It's Saturday, October 3rd, 2020. It's about 3:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I just got a call about 15 to 20 minutes ago from a client. Well, now it's a client, but a customer that someone bailed on for their projector today. They're using it for a Preakness party. And they called me. And this is going to be difficult because I didn't have a lot of prep time. I didn't have any prep time. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's about building your brand. It's about getting things done. It's about coming through for people when other people fail. This is how you build a customer base. This is how you build a good reputation. And this is a part of the business. What's going on, guys? I want to talk about something really quickly. I know my videos usually go straight into my bookings and goes into my setups and how things go when I have certain clients. I go over, the journey there, how I got that booking and, other details. But for this moment, I just want to talk real quick because I want to talk business. I want to talk the movie theater business and I want to talk about my business. Okay. Today, it was announced from Cinemark and from Regal that they're going to be shutting down all of their theaters again in the US and UK. And also AMC's stock is down. They didn't say that they're shutting their theaters down, but apparently they're going to close their theaters because a lot of the movies that came out, the numbers weren't great. We're seeing some COVID numbers rise in certain areas. We know that the president of the United States, the elected president of the United States, I'll call him, contracted COVID, and that made news. But overall, we're saying that the movie theater industry is pulling back from trying to open too early. And a lot of people, when theaters were reopening, were contacting me and saying, man, what are you going to do? You started this backyard movie business and it's doing well now, but the movies are going to open back. And what do you think about that? Well, I have to let a lot of people know that I didn't decide to start this business simply based off of COVID. Okay, I've seen over the past 5 to 10 years what's been going on with the movie theater industry because of streaming. So before, things got where they are for theaters, before COVID-19 hit, theaters were already starting to trend downward because people started to stay home because of streaming. The same thing with cable subscription. There's a change in the field, in the environment, in the economy. And I follow those things for a living because I invest in stocks. So I look at the economy as a whole. I look at different sectors, especially the ones that I'm interested in. And the movie theater sector, that industry is one that I've always been interested in, not to mention, as I said, about 20 years ago. Plus, I used to work as a manager at a movie theater. So I've always been into movies and I personally love movies. Okay. But how do I feel today about that news? Number one, I enjoy going to the movie theaters. Okay, so I'm not a hater of AMC or Cinemark or Regal or any of the big boys out there. No, I don't want to necessarily see them fail, but I don't want to see them hold on so long that they fail more quickly than they need to. In fact, I want to see them succeed, but I want to see them adjust. The way I see things going, the theater industry, the movie theater industry, it's going to be more luxurious. Okay, it's going to be more of a luxury. It's going to be more like an amusement park where the seats move. You can smell rubber, where instead of seeing a screen right in front of you, they'll be on the side of you. It'll be more of an experience, more VR. That's where the theater industry, I believe, is going, but it's going to take a lot of hurt to get there. That means that Cinemark might not be the biggest player. Regal might not be the biggest player. AMC might not be the biggest player. There may be someone else that takes that place, and I'm not looking to take that place. What I'm doing is looking at the new norm where people still want to see movies, and they still want to see them on big screens, but they don't necessarily want to go to the theater to see it on a big screen unless it's a certain movie, unless it's like, Avatar 2. The second Avatar, you're going to want to see that in the big screen in the big theater. It is what it is. But what about all the other movies? And what about the movies that are not in the theater that you want to see in the big screen? That's where backyard movie theaters has a place in this new economy. because I can bring big screens to people's homes. And in fact, with what I'm working on, I'll be able to attach a theater with a big screen to someone's home, almost any home. And when I'm able to do that, then it's about scale. Right now, it's the testing period. Right now, I'm testing. I'm making money, but I'm testing. The business is making money. Let me say that, okay? Let me be very clear. The business is making money right now, but I'm also testing right now. Okay, I'm getting data. I'm finding out how consumers react. I'm introducing them to a new concept and seeing their reaction. I'm not creating demand because demand is there. People want to watch movies. I don't have to create that. However, how can I make it more convenient? That's my job. That's what I've been working on for a few months and thinking about for more than a year. So, yeah, the movie theater industry is changing. AMC, Cinemark, Regal, they won't be able to design movies in theaters the way they used to. Similar to malls, okay? You have the big malls, the supersized malls. They'll probably ride out COVID and everything else. But the small shopping centers, the small strip malls, they're not going to make it unless they upgrade their design and they have more attractions to bring people out, because we're growing more socially distanced because of tech. 5G has a big part to play in that. I made several videos about 5G, and if people don't understand that 5G changes everything, because again, it brings it creates the ability for consumers to watch things in a smaller, compacted size, but have a bigger effect. That's what VR does. That's what holographic technology is going to do. You know, these things are coming, and it makes streaming that much better. It makes streaming that much more of a norm. So all in all, how do I feel about the movie theaters having to close again? Yeah, it's good for me for business, no doubt. But ultimately, I don't think they're going to die. I think they'll transform. And I think that leaves an opening for me and people like me. It's not like one person gets this opportunity. It's a lot of people that'll have this opportunity. In fact, maybe I shouldn't share this because maybe I'm helping the competition, but so what? I don't care. I'm not about that. I'm going to do great regardless of competition. That's just my mentality. If you want to steal something or take something, go ahead, be well, but you're not me. That was cocky. But anyway, guys, I just want you to know, pay attention to what's going on when you're planning on operating and building a business out here. When you see an opportunity, go after it, you know, and go after it in a timely fashion, because all of this is about good timing. Me coming out with Backyard Movie Theaters LLC, it's good timing. Okay, it's good timing. It's not perfect timing. Perfect timing would have been to have this ready for the spring, at the beginning of spring 2020. I didn't start showing movies and operating until late July. So it's not like I was right on time. However, I wasn't late either. So, you know, things are going well. And by the way, just to put this out there, I only started this with a few $1,000s. I'm talking about maybe $1,500. And I've made that money back. Well, the business has made that money back more than once. I'll put it that way. So again, if you're going into business, pay attention to the numbers, pay attention to the timing, look at industries that are dying or transforming and see if there's a spot for you. Because I guarantee you one thing, there's a spot for me. I just got to go grab it. What's going on, guys? It's Saturday, October 3rd, 2020. It's about 3:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I just got a call about 15 to 20 minutes ago from a client. Well, now it's a client, but a customer that someone bailed on for their projector today. They're using it for a Preakness party, and they called me. And this is going to be difficult because I didn't have a lot of prep time. I didn't have any prep time. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's about building your brand. It's about getting things done. It's about coming through for people when other people fail. This is how you build a customer base. This is how you build a good reputation. And this is a part of the business. It's not always going to be clean. It's not always going to be people that reserve 2 weeks ahead of time. It's not always going to be people that reserved a month ahead of time or 2 weeks or 1 week ahead of time. Sometimes it's going to be last minute people that really need help. And it's my job to come through. Now, don't get me wrong, it's more than just reputation. I'm getting paid. So I'm not trying to talk about this as if, you know, I'm not getting any money for it. Yeah, I'm getting paid. But the bigger picture is, if I can pull this off, if I can get this done, this customer, this client will return and do repeat business. The people who are there will be interested in my business. Reputation is important. Your brand is important. So sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So I'm going to be there in about, hopefully, 20 minutes. Get set up. We'll see how well this goes. I can't make any promises today, but I will say this much. I'm going to do the best that I can to satisfy the customer.
Just a half length now.
So we made it to the party, and we got everything up and going. Built this tent in this setup. Chairs will be back here soon, but I built it in less than an hour by myself. So it was definitely a good day. No complaints from me at all. People out here enjoying themselves. So far, so good. All right, so we just wrapped up the Preakness party, and a success. We got the tent up, we got the video up. All in all, a good night. And it's coming at the expense of somebody else. See, someone said that they were going to come through for this customer. You know, this was someone else's customer. But because they fell short, because they didn't show up when they said they would, and it kind of left her hanging, we got it done. And we have a new customer. Not just today, but in the future too. So all in all, a good night. A lot of lessons learned, blessings. I'm very thankful, and looking forward to the next one. So until the next time, guys, catch you later.